Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, gorgeous people. My name is Hajara Kito, and I'm the head coach at the Audacity to Soar Network. And this morning, I did a live that I think you should have, but IG lost it. Well, whatever happened, I can't find it to post. So I'm just going to go over it very quickly. The title of the live is Who Do You Have to Be to Achieve Those Goals? And one of the premises, the major premise of that conversation is that I know that you have set your goals already. I know you probably have the things that I hope that you probably have the things that you're looking to achieve in 2023, that you have a plan for the year and you have an idea of where you'd like to be at the end of the year, starting from where you left off the year before, right? So if you have all of those, one of the things I encourage you to think about is what kind of person achieves the results that I have set for myself for this year. And one of the reasons why I say that is because consciously or unconsciously, we repeat our patterns. So the thing that you're actually looking to change is the thing that is least likely to change except you intentionally change it. So let's do a quick example, which we did on that live. So let's stretch our hands forward. I want you to stretch your hands forward like this. And I want you to make, like to put your hands together like this, right? It's not a fist, but put your hands together like this. So let's start. Do it with me the first time, like this. So we've done it once. Let's do it again a second time. And we're going to do it again a third time. Now, if you notice, what you most likely did was whatever hand was on top the first time was on top all 3 times we did it. So for me, it was my right. My right hand was on top, and it's on top every time I do this. Now, let's say I consciously say I want to change this, right? I want to do it with my left. So I'm trying to do it with my left now, and I come, see, my natural leaning was to go and do it with my right. So I've done it with my left, but I've had to be conscious. Say I do it again, I do it with my right without thinking about it, because that's actually what my pattern is. My right hand is probably my most dominant hand. So, and I'm right-handed when I write. I don't know whether that has anything to do with it. But what has happened is that I have repeated the pattern unconsciously. So I want to tell you that in 2023, nothing is going to be different about your life if you don't intentionally decide that you want it to be different. So it's not just I wrote a goal down, it's actually that I'm going to do something to achieve those goals. So for example, one of my own goals is to lose 10 kg this year, right? I don't have any medical facts for whether that's a good figure or not. It's just a figure that I have chosen for myself, you see. So maybe that's a good start point. Okay, is that a good number for my height, blah, blah, blah. But let's say I've chosen to lose 10 kg this year. Now, part of what I have to ask myself is the kind of person who loses 10 kg and keeps it off. What kind of person is that? Who do I have to be? And so in my own book, I was doing my work this morning when I thought of the live, because I was, I have been working with clients towards looking at their goals, setting their visions for the year, and actually designing a plan towards achieving them, right? And so in my own book, I wrote the kind of person who wants to achieve some of the results that I want for the year in terms of my finances, in terms of my physical health, in terms of my relationships, in terms of how I show up in the world, in terms of my joy levels. That person has to be driven, right? The person is not externally driven. Somebody doesn't have to come and tell me, oh, get up, do your work, be on your life. Have you submitted what you... No, that person has to be driven from within. Person has to say, these are my goals. And because I want to achieve these goals, these are the steps I will take daily to get there. That person also has to be disciplined. And so when you're struggling with a particular area of your life, if you see that it's your finances, you're not actually able to save, or you make money and the money seems to be coming and going faster than it's coming, or you're in a lot of debt, or you're, or maybe you even give away too much. So you think, oh, it's a good thing I'm giving to people, but you find that you're starving at the end of the day. You can't meet your own basic needs and responsibilities. what you actually then need regarding all of these things is a discipline. So using me as the example, let's say losing this 10 kg, what does a type of person who loses the 10 kg do? And so part of what I have written for myself is maybe get a fitness coach. I have downloaded, it's the beginning of the year, I've downloaded the Body Fast app. I've downloaded, support, things reminding me to drink water. Do you understand? Like, you then have to say, since this person is disciplined, what do disciplined people do? Because you want to improve in that area, so you have to become the person who achieves those results you are looking for. The next thing I've also written is that the person who achieves these results I am looking for is someone who cultivates support. Because I realize that there's some of these things that because of my patterns, I require support with. So where do you need support? Is it in your business? Do you require a business coach? Do you require a wealth coach that helps you turn your money into more money, into sustainable income? What do you require? You need to have an idea of what that is and cultivate the support. So when I say the Body Fast app, when I say the coach, those are some of the things that we're looking at. I've also said someone confident. So to achieve these results, you actually have to confidently believe that you can achieve them, because especially with life will throw things at you. Then you have to decide that in spite of what it's throwing at you, I have chosen to support, to achieve these goals. And the confidence is in the fact that, one, I can achieve the goals. Two, that things like this happen for people like me, and things like this happen for me, and I deserve it. I can create some of what I'm looking for, right? So that's really important. I've also said she's bold. She's not easily cowed. Life doesn't happen and then she runs back in her shell. It happens and she's like, okay, we faced it head on. She's joyful, because everything you do from a place of joy and strength is different. Joy is a real weapon. Joy is a real strength. She's optimistic. She thinks about the best case scenario. She's not worried about what might go wrong, because what about the things that might go right, right? She believes in herself. She knows she's supported by creation, a bigger power than herself. She knows that, as she moves, something else, creation moves with her. So I want you to think about that. She's limitless. She's free. She's not worried about what might happen and what might not happen, right? Her mind is open to good possibilities, for herself. And then she's positive. She's limitless. She's beautiful. I like the fact that she's beautiful because we can achieve a lot with beauty. Beauty is empowering. Beauty is a tool. Beauty allows you, so whether it's in your space, whether it's in your thought, not clouding your mind with all that is, like the Bible says, all that is holy, all that is pure, all that is of good report, if there be any virtue, think of those things. So are you keeping your mind as a beautiful place? I heard something once, that your mind is like a garden, right? Is what you sow in it that will grow from it, right? So if you plant horrible thoughts, if you plant worry, then worry is what you're going to reap, right? She's joyful, she's radiant, she's resilient. Resilience is so important. If you're in Nigeria, 2023 is an election year. We're going to be hearing a lot of things. If you're in this world, we're hearing about the wars, we're hearing about the floods, we're hearing about every reason to worry. But in these times, that's when you are required to rise up and be the very best you that you can be, because there's a reason why you were created, and there's a particular reason why you are here at this time. So I want you to think about that. She's powerful and she's power-packed, right? So I want you to use that as you think about your goals for this year. I want you to think about, what are my goals? You've set them. That's really great. I'm proud of you for doing that. But the next thing to think about is, who do I have to be to achieve those goals? If you want to be more confident this year, if you want to appear more confidently in society this year, who do you have to become? You have to become more confident. You have to learn to speak up. You have to learn to show up. And now, if that means that there are certain things you have to do for yourself so that you're showing up in the way you want to show up, then you start to become, by doing those things, who you become really at the end of the day is the most important part of every journey. If your goal is to make $1 billion and you don't make $1 billion, but you become the kind of person who can make, $200,000, $500,000, you are becoming, it's a journey that you go on. So do that, right, this year. My name is Hajara Piton, and I'm the head coach at the Audacity to Soar Network. I want to, invite you to take coaching with us this year. This year, at the Audacity to Soar, we help you create wealth using your skills and talents. So if you're someone who you've worked for a while, you have skills, you have talents that an organization has paid you for, is paying you for, and you're thinking, what is my long-term plan? What is my long-term source of wealth? What is my long-term source of income? How do I ensure that I'm able to live, for the rest of my life in the standard of living that I would love? Right? Because it's not your employer that will pay you forever. You know that your pension is not going to keep you the same way that you're currently living. So some of the things we help you do is first look at what your skills and talents are and create products and services out of them. After we've done that, we also look at what wealth are you creating and where can you put that wealth so that it creates more wealth for you in the long term. It creates it in sustainable manners. So regarding that, we'll be looking at jurisdictions, where to put your money, and investments. What investment vehicles work best for the lifetime for the lifestyle that you're thinking about, and by the grace of God, the probable lifetime that you have. Have a wonderful week this week as we get into work for the year 2023. I hope that it's extremely, extremely beautiful for you. Ciao. God bless you.